Okay, this is everybody wants to know how the system works. I just want to try to give a simplified breakdown. In actuality, it can get a little more complex than what I'm showing you. But what I want to show you is what you're dealing with and how the money moves around and where it comes from. Okay, and the process that you're going to go to and who's looking at your information. In one of the other videos, I talked about knowing who you're dealing with and what you're giving authorization to when people have your social security number, your date of birth, and all your income information and your debts. What are they doing with my information? So here we are, you the consumer, the borrower, the buyer of the house, or someone who's refinancing. Okay, as a consumer, you have different choices. You have a right to shop around. You have a right to see what value you're going to get. So, and where the money comes from. So this can break down in a lot of different ways. I'm really going to try to keep a complex system simplified because there's more to it than what's here. So I just want to give you a simple picture of it. Okay, so a consumer has a right to go to the bank for a loan. They have a right to go to a mortgage banker, or sometimes wholesale lenders will even have a retail branch that they can go to. So we want to, and the consumers can go to a mortgage brokerage, and the mortgage brokerage can do the shopping for them. Okay, and help simplify and show them different packages. A mortgage banker can do something similar. The wholesale lenders, if they have a retail side, they're going to there's going to be a little bit more limitations. So when a consumer goes to one of these avenues, a mortgage brokerage, a mortgage banker, or a wholesale, a lender, or a bank, okay, that consumer is going to be assigned a loan originator. So this too is where they're going to put it. However, if they do go to a bank, they might get someone at the front desk that they work with who's a registered agent of the bank. The registered agent is someone who just had a background check and they might even have a high school diploma. Okay, they're someone the bank hired, supposedly they did a good background check on it, and they're going to start your loan process. Their name is going to be on it. They have a registered number with the NMLS, National Mortgage Licensing System. Okay, so we're going to keep that simple. I'm not going to NMLS. You can see who you're dealing with by their license number. A loan originator is licensed. They get fingerprinted, they get education, they get background checks. They're a lot more thorough. Now the banks do have loan originators and they do have registered people. So a bank has a choice of who and how they want to do your loan. So know the detail of the person that you're working with, their experience. How are they going to educate you through the process? Are they licensed or are they just registered? So when they give you their name and their business card, you can look them up on the consumer side of the NMLS. Okay? And you go right to that site and you can find out who you're dealing with. Know who's going to be handling your loan. Whoever you contact, their name should be on the application. Okay? If someone else's name is on the application and you haven't met that person, put the brakes on. Ask more questions. Find out what's going on. Okay? So a mortgage brokerage has loan originators who are going to help you with it. So when you go see any of these places, the chances are they're going to put a licensed loan originator to help you get that done. Okay? The mortgage brokerage, they're going to do the loan. They're going to get paid by either the bank if they go to the bank or from the wholesale lenders or even a mortgage banker sometimes. Okay? So when that loan's originated, the mortgage brokerage does not fund your loan. The bank or the lender does. Okay? The mortgage brokerage shop, they're going to be your front face person that you're dealing with. That loan originator that's licensed and working with them. They do not have registered people. Mortgage brokerage has loan originators, licensed loan people. Okay, they are licensed, they're fingerprinted, they get background checks, credit reports every year on them. The credit reports are every year and they get fingerprinted every 3 years. Okay, their fingerprints always somehow expire with the government. I don't know why. They just take more money out of us. So the money, now a wholesale lender, the banks, wholesale lender, and mortgage bankers, they will fund your loan. So it breaks down even further to correspondent lenders, people with mini warehouse lines, those type of things. So I'm not going to get those, but they're the ones who's going to fund your loan. Your loan's going to be funded through this group. They're the ones that are going to give you the money at the closing table. Where do they get their money? They're going to get their money from Fannie and Freddie. Are the two basic. Money comes from other sources, insurance companies, mutual funds, stocks, different ways, but not, good majority of money, 80–90% of the funds out there generally come from these companies. I don't know the exact numbers on it, could be a little high. Okay? Once these companies fund your loan, they're going to give that loan, they're going to sell out that servicing. Okay? So you might have a bank, one of the top banks in the country, you might do the loan from. It sounds like they're doing your loan, but they actually have a division that's going to be the service provider. Okay? You can go into this bank still, and you can make your payment, but it's actually the service provider that handles it. It may just be another division of that. Okay? Other sources of service providers are separate companies that's servicing. Who you're making your payment to, who's sending you that mortgage statement every month. Those are your service providers. They're the ones sending you that, where you send your payment to. Okay? They're the ones who's giving you that mortgage statement every month. That is what gets sold off. The money's back from them. Of course, if it's the bank, if it's a Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae loan, they're the ones giving the money here. Okay? They're giving that money. It's their money. They get a portion of that, what is called a YSP, yield spread on premium, okay, on the interest rate. So they may give the bank the money at 2%, and they charge you, the consumer, maybe 5%. Whatever the difference is, that margin is the spread, and that's where they make their profit. Okay, and that service provider gets a portion of that. Everybody gets a portion of that. That's how it breaks down. That's how everybody gets paid. I really drew it a crooked roadmap, but you get an idea. That's kind of a picture. There's different scenarios to this, but this is the most common scenario for this. I hope that gives you an idea of where your money's at.